Okay, today we are going to make an artwork that has to do with winter. So winter is the season that we're about to be in where it gets colder outside. We have to wear our jackets and our hats and our scarves, and sometimes we might even have to wear gloves or mittens to keep our hands warm. So today we're going to make some mitten artwork. This is what we've been making in class this week. But what we're going to make for those of us at home is going to be a little bit different, but we're still going to have our mittens and our nice winter background. So what you're going to need is a piece of paper and some crayons and maybe a pencil. And with our piece of paper, I'm going to turn mine this way because I have a big hand. But if you have two little hands, you might could do it side by side. But I'm going to turn my paper this way. And I'm going to trace around my hand. I'm not going to go in between my fingers. I'm just going to go around my hand where it would be if I were to have a mitten on. Then I'm going to draw a straight line at the bottom. So this is my mitten, and mine's a lot bigger than yours is going to be. But you can do one or two. But what we're going to do is we're going to add some kind of pattern. So a pattern is something that repeats over and over again. If you look on mine, I have a straight line, a zigzag line, straight line, zigzag line, straight line, zigzag line, all the way down on both of my mittens. So my pattern repeats over and over. Your pattern could also be red, green, red, green, red, green. It could be a color that repeats over and over. It's up to you. On this one, I think I'm going to do some stripes and some circles. But I'm just going to make my pattern go all across my mitten, repeating the same thing all the way down. And then once I have my pattern on there, I can add my colors. I think I'm going to color in this section red, this section green, this section red, and then my polka dots will be green. So all of my circles are going to be green. And my stripes are gonna alternate red, green. And if you mess up, that's okay. We're just gonna keep going and keep coloring. It does not have to be perfect. We're just trying our best and having fun with it. So I outlined everything so I could see where to color it, and now I'm going to go back in and color in my mitten. If it's a little hard for you to see, I'm coloring these stripes green, kind of a light green. And I'm coloring in my circles green. And you can take your time with this. If I'm going too fast, you can pause and slow down. But this is how I'm going to make my mitten. Then I'm going to go color in these sections red. Okay, so this is what my mitten looks like now that I'm done coloring it. Now the next step, you can kind of pick what you'd like to do. On these, we used paint, and we painted our background blue, and then we cut out our mitten and glued it on. But at home, if all you have is white paper, you can take a blue crayon and color in your background blue. If you have construction paper, you can cut out your mitten and glue it onto some blue construction paper That part is totally up to you. You can do whatever works for the materials that you have at home. I am going to outline my mitten in black so that it stands out and you can see it better. You don't have to, but you can if you want to. And on mine, I think I'm gonna leave my background white and I'm gonna draw some snowflakes in my background. When I draw snowflakes, I draw an X and then I put a plus sign on top of my X. So I do an X and then a plus sign. Or you could start with the plus sign and then do the X. But that's how I draw my snowflakes. So there you go. You can do it like I did. You can come up with your own ideas. It is totally up to you. I just hope that you have fun, that you enjoy it, and that you're creative.